How we doing today, YouTube? D-Ski from D-Ski Grills back with another cooking video. And today we are firing up the Old Hickory Pits Ace MM. What are we putting on there, folks? We're doing 9 slabs of St. Louis style ribs and 5 pork butts. Can't wait to show you this cook. Here's what we did, folks. Last night we got these babies seasoned up with the It's Incredible and the Texas Best Rib Rub, okay? Let them soak those flavors in overnight. As you can see, we are ready to go. I'm firing up the Old Hickory right now, and before you know it, we'll be putting these babies on that Old Hickory pit, checking out that awesome shear capacity that it carries as well, right? So you know what we'll do? I will take you out there. I will show you step by step this cooking process, and before you know it, we'll be back at the cutting board checking out the final product of our 9 slabs of ribs and 5 pork butts on the Old Hickory Pits Ace MM. I want to thank you as always for joining me, and let's get cooking. Okay, folks, so we're out here at the Old Hickory Pits Ace MM, and let's talk a little bit about what makes this vertical style cabinet smoker so special, all right? First off, you have over 600 pounds of awesome stainless steel here, okay? You have a thermostat, which gives you that set it and forget it type function, where you can just fill up this basket, come back maybe 2.5, 3 hours later, add a little more fuel, okay? So that's the set it and forget it function you get. Now, with the thermostat, all you have to do, folks, and I'll show you up close in just a second, is set it to the temperature that you want. The Old Hickory will do the rest, okay? It will get you up to that temp, and it will maintain that temp. Now, this smoker is a mixture of charcoal and wood, all right? So we're gonna be doing some awesome smoking today. I'll show you what we'll be using. We're going straight oak, okay? So for these ribs and these pork butts, we are gonna infuse them with these awesome oak chunks. We'll be throwing these babies in every 2 hours, maybe even every hour. We'll see, okay? We're all about infusing things with flavor, right? So right now, I got this thing fired up and warming up right now using the Kingsford Professional. All right, folks, so it's time to get up and close. I wanna show you the shear capacity. You have 4 racks. They are 26.5 by 26.5. You can get 24 pork butts on this thing, all right? We're only doing 5 and 9 slabs of ribs. So let's go ahead. I'll take you up close real quick. I'll kind of talk and voice over while I show you this thing in action. Then we'll load it up with these awesome meats that we have for today. So let's do that right now. All right, so up close and personal. I had a subscriber who wanted more Old Hickory cooks, so D-Ski Grills is here to oblige, okay? So this is the Old Hickory Pits Ace MM. Now what I was talking about as far as the set it and forget it would happen right here, okay? So what we have, folks, we're warming up right now. We're at around 140, maybe 135 degrees, all right? You can see here on our thermostat, we are set for 250. So we got a ways to go, all right? This thing is powered. So there it is. You can see our electricity. You see our ball valve. It has a very nice drain where all you have to do is put something right up under it to catch all of your grease, all right? So easy cleanup. And what you have is a stainless steel awesome machine. Here's our firebox down on the bottom. So I'll open that up really quick and let you see what's going on down there. So first and foremost, we have an ash catcher, all right, that we can pull out, back it up, and we have our firebox, all right? So I'm gonna get that opened up, let you see what's going on in there. All right, so there's our fire basket right there. Now I have a handle where I can pull that out, but what we have going in there is a blower, okay? You can't see it, but there's a blower, and it's doing this thing in there right now, pushing that fire temperature and getting everything up so it can reach that 250 degrees. After that, it's going to regulate and maintain that temperature for us, okay? So let's get this thing open. All right, I have a tool right here that makes it really easy to grab this thing. And all you do is pull it out. All right, and you can see our fuel, okay? So this is the Kingsford that we're burning. I got a little bit of Fogo lump charcoal left that I poured in there as well to get this thing angry and get it up to that 250 degrees. All right, so all you do with this handle is push it right on back in place. All right, I usually clean up on this side to make sure I get a good seal when I close the door. All right, you see that we actually have insulation around our door. All right, that's what keeps that heat in. It keeps that fire burning efficiently. Close that up. And we also have our intake. All right, so there's our intake, which can be adjusted, either open it more or close it more, right here by the slide feature right here, okay? So I like it right there. It gives it the right airflow. All right, we'll close this back down. Now, what you really want to see is the inside. So let's check it out really quick. It has a kill switch, so when you open the door, the motor cuts off. So what we're going to do is unlatch here and unlatch on this side as well. And open it up, let you check it out. Hear the motor cut off? There she is. Old Hickory Pits ASMM. All right, smoking, getting itself ready. We'll let this side down. And I'll back it up real quick, get some gloves, and just let you see what I'm talking about as far as that capacity, okay? You have 4 racks. Look at this, folks. Let me back it up. 4 racks. You'll see in a minute when we start loading up the ribs and the butts. 4 racks that you can just fill up with all this goodness. All right, they slide in and out very, very easily. Okay, so let's get some meat on here, and then we'll get it shut down and let it keep on coming up to temperature. But that is the Old Hickory Pits ASMM in all its glory. I'll show you the nice flutes that it has on top as well. We have 2 beautiful flutes right here and on that back side over there. All right, this thing is about 77 inches in total height when you have the door open, maybe around 6 foot, somewhere around there with everything closed. It is a beast. You have wonderful, wonderful heavy-duty casters down here. You can see those. They're all locking casters. This thing is a monster, all right? All right, I'm going to bring the meat out. We can do that real quick, and I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, folks, so we're going to get started loading this baby up, all right? So let's do that right now. Show you what we got going here. I'll get this first rack pulled out right here, and we're going to go with our 5 pork butts first. So let's do that first. You get a chance to see some really good stuff here today. All right, so we're going 1 here. Now again, I seasoned these last night. They sat and did their thing. There's 2. So they are infused with flavor. There's 3. There's 4. Look at this, folks. Okay, I want you to see this. Look at this. Absolutely amazing, right? And 5. So we have 5 beautiful pork butts hanging out right here. All nice and ready to go. Let's get this shut down. Plenty room here. Plenty room. All right, we're going with our next rack. There's our butts. Now we're coming with our ribs. You can just go maybe 4 or 5 if you wanted to on a rack. And I think what we'll do is we'll shoot for maybe 5 on this one. And what I'll do is I'll go long ways with number 5. All right, so there's 5 St. Louis style ribs on this rack. Let's close this one down. Okay, now we'll need to bring the door down to get access to our 3rd shelf. So we'll do that right here. And come on back with our remaining 4 slabs of ribs. So we got 1 here. All right. So look what we did, folks. We just set up 9 slabs of ribs and 5 pork butts on the Old Hickory Pits ASMM. Let's shut the door. And guess what? If we needed more, we had more. All right. I'll get back with you guys in about 2 or 3 hours and check in on these things. We're going to shut it down, let this baby get up to temperature, and start doing this magic. We'll be adding oak chunks like I showed you to just infuse this thing with awesome smoke flavor. Can't wait to show you how this cook is coming along. See you guys in a second. All right, folks, we're back. We are 2 hours into this cook, so I just want to show you how we're coming along, let you see how these pork butts and ribs are doing, okay? So we're at 240 on the dial right now. This baby is settled in. It may be time to add more charcoal and more wood, so we'll do that as well. So let's open it up and see how we're looking. Oh, man. Look at this, folks. Look how beautiful. As you can see, our pork butts are coming along. They're browning up nicely. We'll get these closed back up. I'll probably start spritzing in about an hour from now, okay? And then I'll show you the ribs and let you see how they're doing. All right, check this out. Beautiful bark forming, all right? This baby does it right, okay? The Old Hickory is a smoking machine. All right, I'll show you the next row as well. So we have to let this down. And you see what I mean, folks? Wonderful. Wonderful job is what this Old Hickory Pits ASMM is doing. We'll lock it down, and I'll get back with you guys in maybe another hour when it's time to do the first spritz. But what we're doing right now is building our bark, okay? All we want to do is get that set, then we can start spritzing. I'll see you guys in a bit. So folks, I thought about it. Let's go ahead and add some fuel together so you can see that process. Again, 2.5 hours into the cook. So let's see how we're looking. We'll get our ashtray out. Go ahead and pull out our fire box, and you can see it is time to start refueling, okay? So hopefully you can see that really good. Now, when you think about your traditional splits and doing things like that, you know you're usually out every 40, 45 minutes. It's time to do that. So we're 2.5 hours in, and it is time to go ahead and add some more fuel. So let's do it now. I'm gonna top it off with our charcoal. Go ahead and spread that to the back. I want to go one more round of the oak wood, and then that'll do it. That'll be enough smoke flavor added to this. Nice chunk. Look at that. We'll get that laid in. And one more here. And one more here. All right? That'll be it. No more wood is needed here. These babies are going to be nice and infused. All right, let's close it back down. So it's just grabbing here, pushing it in. Anything that is hanging down here on the side, I always scrape it into the ash catcher to make sure we can get a good seal on our door. So let's close our door and close our ash catcher. That's it, folks. That's all we got to do. We get back together again in about an hour and spritz. But as far as the fuel management goes, don't have to do nothing for at least another 3 hours. See you guys in a bit. All right, folks, we're back. Our ribs are ready to pull. It's time to take them in and get them wrapped. We'll let these pork shoulders keep on going a little bit longer. So let's do that now. We are at 250 degrees. And I'm telling you, we have some beautiful, beautiful looking ribs here. All right, look what we got, folks. Look how beautiful that is. All right, so I'm going to load them up. We'll get them all in this container and start this next process. So we've achieved the color we want. Now it's time to get them tender. I'll see you guys at the cutting board when it's time to start wrapping. Okay, folks, so we're back. It is time for the wrapping process. So let me show you how we're going to do that. We have our 9 slabs here. We have our color already set. These things are looking amazing. Look at these beautiful ribs. All right, I'm going to flip them face side down. And all I do, folks, is I come first with butter, okay, and this is squeezed butter. We'll do a line of that. We come back with brown sugar. So I'll get this opened up. And with our brown sugar, we just kind of move that right down the middle. All right, and that's all we have to do. Nice coat of brown sugar. And then we finish up with our spritz, okay? So this is our apple cider vinegar, remember, and water, all right? And we do a spritz of that. That is the formula. All right, from there, we go ahead and start the wrapping process. And all I'm gonna do, I have 9 sheets for the 9 slabs. I'm gonna do a fold right here. Put a light crease, and I don't push down hard because I don't wanna cut the foil. And also, please use heavy-duty foil when you're doing this, okay? The thinner foil is not good for this. You're gonna cut and put holes all in this stuff. All right, so nice fold right there. Come back on the other side and lightly fold again, right there. Okay, so we have a nice little pouch. And from there, folks, all we do is roll up our edges. And I will show you what I mean. Just roll them up. Okay, push that down. Roll it up on this side. And push that down. Okay, so here's what we have. We have a nice package that's ready to go back on the old hickory pits. I'm gonna do this with the other 9 slabs. I'll show you one more, and then we'll get back together when it's time to wrap the pork butts. So let's get us one slab. Beautiful. Face side down. Come with our butter first. Do a nice line of butter. Okay. Brown sugar after that. Right in the center. Come back with our spritz. Then wrap. One fold. Not too hard. Really nice soft fold right there. Come back over. This fold, not too hard. Just a nice crease because you don't want to cut that foil. Now let's roll our edges. All right, so we're set up for success. We'll do this 7 more times. Again, get back with you when it's time to do the pork butts. All right, folks, so we're going back on with our ribs, and we're gonna go ahead and spritz our pork butts again. Look at these. Looking good. Looking good. Bark is definitely established. All right. We ain't in no rush here. We're going to let those go, okay? So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and pull our rack out here and get some ribs at it. Everything is wrapped in a nice care package, ready to get tender. Okay, folks, so we'll get it shut back down. We've already spritzed our pork butts. Let's lock it down. Get back together again when it's time to wrap the pork butts, okay? So we want 165 internally. We still have at least another hour to go before we even consider that. So what I'll do is get it shut down. We'll come back and check internal temps in about an hour. See you guys in a second. Okay, folks, we're back. It's time now to spritz and check internal temps of these beautiful pork butts. You saw that we got the ribs on. Let's see how these babies are coming along with the pork butts. My goodness. Look at this bark, folks. You think this old Hickory is not a cooking machine? I'm going to beg to differ, okay? This thing is absolutely amazing. That set it and forget it type function that you have, by setting it up using that thermostat, you're hitting that baby with charcoal. You're hitting that baby with wood. Now it's time to hit it with this spritz and check internal temps. Beautiful. And this is a bark you can go home and tell your friends about. This is serious. All right, so we got it spritzed, meaning we have our flavor set, we have our bark already formed. Now let's check internal temps. Hopefully you can see this. We are at 154, looking for 165. We have 150-ish. We have, let me find another spot. We have around 149, close to 150 here. We have 155 on this back one. And our one in the front, folks, just hit a bone, don't want to do that, is around 158. Okay, so long story short, we got more time to go. Let's go back in. Let's shut her down. We'll get back together, maybe another 30 minutes to an hour, and it should be time to wrap. See you guys in a bit. Folks, it's been an hour later. We're going to go ahead and see if we've reached the temperature yet. Let's check it out. We are ready. We're at 166 on this baby, so ready to come in and wrap. Still a little bit low here, 160. I could wrap it, don't get me wrong, but yeah, 170. See, these two are definitely ready to come on in. Ready to come in. And let's check this one here. Got a lot of bone happening over here. Oh yeah, and ready to come in, okay? This one's still under temperature. I'll check another side of it. No, it's not ready yet. But it is right there. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring them all in, get them wrapped, folks. I'll meet you guys at the cutting board. We'll wrap one, and then just know we're bringing them back out, putting them back on the old Hickory, bringing them on home until they reach around 203 degrees. I'll meet you guys inside. All right, folks, so we're back. Check out the beautiful bark. You just saw that our temps, we reached that 165 that we were looking for before we wrapped. Beautiful bark is set. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab one. we're going to pretty much use the exact same ingredients, except we're going to fold 2 times with the pork butts to make sure we seal in all those juices, okay? So let's come back first. We're going to go just like ribs, okay? We're coming with butter on top, right? Also hit it with brown sugar. We're going to add that sweetness. We've already added that beautiful oak smoke. That is our setup right there. And we will hit it with our water and apple cider vinegar spritz, okay? One more shot of that. All right, folks, now let's do the wrap. We're gonna come right here, and I'm just gonna fold right here, one good time here. Put that in place, try to wrap these edges up. Good. Now we're coming back sideways, right here. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Coming on down, we're gonna get us one fold here. All right, I will flip this over, and we will fold just like this, folks. All right, we'll do one more together, but this baby is wrapped and ready to go back on the pit. This cook is going really well. We're coming with our butter first, remember? Right on top. Treating this baby just like ribs. Adding that sweetness, adding that creaminess of the butter, adding the acidity of the water and apple cider vinegar. How you gonna beat it? And again, double wrapping to make sure we seal in all these flavors. Okay, so I will wrap up the remaining 3 pork butts the exact same way. Then we'll get back together at the very end and check out the final product of our 5 pork butts and 9 St. Louis style ribs made on the Old Hickory Pits ACML. See you guys in a bit. All right, folks, so I thought I'd bring you and show you these ribs. I took them off. Look at the beautiful, beautiful mahogany color we have. All right, so we have our 9 slabs. And all I'm doing now is letting them sit and rest. Okay, so they're going to rest for maybe around 30 minutes. And then I'm going to vacuum seal them and get them ready to send to some families. Okay, so this is going to be absolutely amazing. Look at the beautiful bark we achieved. Look at these things, folks. These are done right. These babies are nice. Now, the pork butts are still out there cooking. They have quite some time to go. So I will show you those probably tomorrow morning because I'm going to let them rest for a few hours. My wife is getting on me. I'm going to take her out for dinner. So these things will be done soon. They'll rest for overnight is what I'm planning. So we'll get them wrapped up really good, put them in a cooler, and then tomorrow I will show you those. And the exact same thing. We're going to get those things vacuum sealed, stored, so they can be sent out later as well. So I appreciate you for hanging in there with me. I'll catch you guys in the morning so we can check out that final pork butt that we're doing, okay? See you guys later. All right, YouTube, we are back, and I am all kind of excited to show you now the final product of the 5 pork butts. If you remember last night, we checked out the ribs. They have been vacuum sealed and they are done, right? Now let's check these babies out here. So we have 5 wonderful pork butts. I'm gonna get one of them taken out, let you just see what we ended up with, and then we'll close this video out. But this has been really a magnificent cook. I truly enjoy using the Old Hickory. That set it and forget it function, like I told you, is unreal, right? So we ran this baby at 250 degrees. Our pork butts took roughly 8.5 hours. Our ribs was done in around 6 hours. All right, so here we go. If you remember, we double wrapped. I'm gonna show you the results that this Old Hickory puts out. And I want you to see this, folks. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful bark, juices. There's the juices for you right here. There's the juicer lunch. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let others know what D-Ski Grills is up to. And as always, at D-Ski Grills, grilling is not a pastime. It's a passion. More cooks to come on the Old Hickory Pits, Ace M&M. Again, I appreciate you for joining me. I'll catch you guys on the next one.